Can yesterday's game do for the confidence of the team without what you guys played?
Yeah, we definitely took a step. I know everybody's going to talk about the made 13 threes, but I thought our defense was really good. I think we defended, we rebounded, and that really helped that 35, I think, to 5 run. We were getting stops and making shots, so it's definitely there. You saw a high-level team. It's definitely in us. We just need that consistency through 40 minutes. But, it was nice to see us click in that first half, because first halves have not been the best for us. And for us to put that amount of points up and keep them down was a good recipe for yesterday.
Do you think anything led to the success with the threes, or just with...
I would just say I would go back to the defensive side of the ball. We got stops, and we were able to run out, and we were able to share the ball. 23 assists. It's pretty terrific, actually. But you can't do that. Games like Pitt in the first half, we're not getting stops, so we don't get any runouts. There's no odd man rushes. Same thing last 8 minutes of Mason. But yesterday we got some stops, we got some rebounds, we were able to run. Guys are sharing the basketball, gave up good to great, and that's why you're able to make good, uncontested, in-rhythm threes.
Can this game be an example for the guys of what you guys can do with the tempo if you do get the stops that you kind of kept talking about?
This is, that 20 minutes was the 20 minutes that I think we've all been waiting for, right? We've all been hoping and expecting it to come through. And it's still may not be there on a daily basis, but at least we saw what it looks like. And, man, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to get stops. It's a lot of fun to get rebounds. It's a lot of fun to push the ball and be able to share it the way we did. So we just got to build off of it.
And looking at that to saying, well, not getting off the fast starts in the first half, do you think that can be equated to getting stops with scoring early?
First halves, I don't really I don't get it. You should be jacked up, ready to play. You should be jumping out of your uniform. You're so excited to play. We just needed energy. We just needed juice. And once we got some energy and some juice and some fight, and you saw us diving and taking charges and scrapping a little bit, which was nice to see, old school Penn State basketball back, I think that would help us, on the other end where we're hitting uncontested shots.
You ever been part of a run like that before, the 35-5 run?
It's been a while. Not here, but definitely in my prior teams. Before I came to Penn State, we've been a part of some amazing runs, but it was nice to see that we didn't take our foot off the pedal, that we kept going, kept pushing, kept getting stops, kept getting rebounds. It made them uncomfortable. It's a challenge for our young group, but it was nice to see them play that way.
Also, finishing the second half, is that what you like to see out of a young team? Because you get up to that lead, they can sometimes take the foot off the gas.
And we haven't been there. We haven't really been there, right, in that situation. So it was new for us. We talked at halftime that it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a little bit wild in the second half. We knew that they were going to come after us. We knew that they were going to press. And I just wanted to keep attacking. And when you're still in attack mode, unfortunately, we turned it over, 15 times, and too many too early. But I didn't want to slow down. If we slowed down, I think we would have gotten a little tight. So we don't slow down, and if we didn't turn it over, we got a layup because they were, they're blitzing. There's 3 or 4 guys in the backcourt, and we're able to get some odd man rushes on the other side. So it wasn't as pretty, but I knew it wasn't going to be pretty. I knew it was going to be ugly, and we hit some timely threes in the second half that really helped us and kept them at arm's length. And it was nice to see us finish the job. It wasn't pretty in the first 8 minutes, but the last 12 we'll absolutely take.
How good was it to see Tony Carr out there doing such a good job? What impressed you about his performance?
Yeah, Tony Carr definitely did a nice job. He brought energy, he brought juice. He went for a dunk, which I think the whole bench erupted because that's really not his style. But he knew what the team needed. The team needed some energy and some fire. And he did so many other great things, sharing the basketball, getting guys good looks, finding himself. He made a couple shots, which he hasn't done in a couple games here. So it was nice to see him fresh, have his legs back, and play with some fire for sure.
Can you put your finger on where that juice came from? I mean, did you guys have like a...
It could have been Madison Square Garden, It's always good to play in that gym. I thought we played well there last year. We obviously played well yesterday. And we're going to play the Big Ten tournament there next year. So I think it was good practice for us to be in there a couple times. But just playing in that type of arena was great. And we also had 3 really, really good practices. Old school practices. We went back to early October type practices. Short, hard, intense, and very tough.
Anything specific you were doing to kind of get that grit out of them? the
Some
toughness?
dive drills, some charge drills, some old school stuff that kind of pumped them up. They didn't want to do it, but we did it, and when it's over, they loved every second of it. So it was a lot of that, and I think we found, our fire for sure.
Is it nice to have this happen at this stage of the season? To happen right as you're kind of going into the Big Ten.
It was nice to get a really good play really well in a game, play really well, but we need to do that on Wednesday too. We need to continue to learn how to play Penn State basketball and to learn how to remain competitive and consistent throughout the 40 minutes. And we played 9 guys, or 10. We played 10. Isaiah got in there. So we need to be able to stretch those minutes a little bit further too, to make sure these freshmen, when they're playing over 30 minutes, it might wear them down a little bit. So I'd like to get them under that. But it's nice to see us play that way. We need to do it one more time, and then really kind of look at the non-conference and kind of digest it. I think it's really, really going to help us headed into the Big Ten play.
How much more do you think you can get out of the bench to kind of help with limiting the minutes to some of the other guys?
You know what? I thought Peyton is doing a phenomenal job for a guy who I just put on the bench, and he hasn't changed at all. I mean, he almost played 30 minutes yesterday, so it doesn't matter to him. He came off the bench. He shot the ball really well. He guarded really well. He's starting to rebound now. I like more from Julian Moore. Terrence gave us great 21 minutes. Man, he played tough, physical basketball, diving, charges, hard fouls. Man, that was fun to watch for me. That was old school Terrence there, and that's what we need from him. I enjoyed his 21 minutes. I really did. And he's got to keep that going. So those 3 redshirt juniors, they have to do a great job for us. They got to bring that juice, that energy. And then if we get to Nas or Isaiah or Davis because of foul trouble, those guys got to be ready to step up and make an impact. And how can they make an impact? It's not on the offensive end, it's on the defensive end. And I thought we had a great bench. Our bench was told to sit down at least 8 times, which is awesome. I love that. And it was even in the second half, when stuff's hitting the fan, you know what I mean? And things aren't going our way. And there's still great bench. Tell your bench to calm down. Nope, not going to do that. You can do that. I'm not doing that. That's exactly what I want my bench to do.
With Terrence and the charges that he's taken throughout the season, how much of that is a skill?
It's not a skill, it's a want. You got to want to give your body up for your teammates. It's a want. It's just like rebounding. It's a want. If you focus and you really want that basketball and you really want to rebound, like Mike Watkins wants that ball. I mean, Ross Travis wanted that. Guys like that who really want to go out. Brandon Taylor last year really wanted that. So it's a want, it's a will, it's a desire. And I think Terrence is bringing that, with his charges. Josh Reeves dove from behind. That's Penn State basketball at its finest. We haven't seen that. And those 3 practices brought it out of us again.
Speaking of Josh, he seems to be taking more of a concerted effort to get to the hoop a bit more. Obviously, he started off with the injury, but is that him getting more comfortable? And what is the difference when he's making that effort to get to the hoop?
Yeah, his juice, his energy filters through the rest of the team. So when he's getting deflections, when he's getting steals, when he's getting himself to the free throw line or putting pressure on the paint and making plays for others, I mean, it really helps our team. So it takes pressure off Tony and Chip, so they don't have to do it all the time. So now Josh is another guy out there who's almost like another point guard making plays. Here's the other thing about Josh. He's making threes in practice. It's only a matter of time before he's making 2 threes per game. He just, again, he got hurt. He missed a bunch of games in the beginning of the season. I feel like he's slowly getting back to shape, game shape. He's getting more comfortable out there. It was very noticeable yesterday. And you know what? He holds himself accountable. Like, he'll tell you when he makes a mistake. It almost upsets me because I really want to get after him. He's like, yep, I know. All right, fine, just get it done next time. You appreciate that from a kid today, saying, I'll make that play next time, which is a positive. And then the younger guys, the freshmen, see that, like, man, if Josh is doing that, I should do that too.